How's it going, guys? Griffin here, back with another video for you all. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of a budget, why it's very important to implement one, especially around now. It is holiday season. It can be very easy to spend lots of money and really put yourself in a hole going into the beginning of the year. Fun fact for you all, actually, there's about 60% of people or more that are still paying off last year's Christmas. That to me is just insane. I'm personally not one of them, thankfully. But that's just crazy. That's almost two-thirds of the nation. If you look at it, 66% would be two-thirds. So about two-thirds of the nation is still paying off last Christmas. That is just insane. So what exactly is a budget and why is it important? I mean, most of us already know what a budget is. It's setting out all of your expenses, how much money you make per month, and trying to figure out exactly when you have to pay each of your expenses, your utility bill, your phone bill, your cable, whatever may have you, all those bills, line up your paychecks, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck, and pretty much delegating that money. So why is it important? One, to have control over your money. I found this out the hard way when I first moved out on my own, 18, 19 years old. Thought I knew it all. I was like, I'm making, at that time, about 2,000, 3,000. I had a changing income. It was always changing. I was picking up side jobs for my father. I had a job on the side. On top of that, my income was always changing between 2 to 3 grand a month, somewhere around there. And I was like, my expenses aren't that bad. No big deal. Well, I fell in a hole real quick. If you watch my previous videos, I'll be sure to link one right here where I kind of discuss how I got 7 maxed out credit cards and just all that bad stuff, and it just spiraled downhill from there. My average minimum payment was about 35 bucks a month. So if you do that math real quick, I was paying over $250 in minimum payments a month on credit cards, on top of all other bills, gym, just stuff I wasn't thinking about when I first moved out. It was just a big mess. So that was when I finally learned the importance of a budget. But to be honest, guys, I really just started implementing a budget, I would say, within the last couple months. This was about 6 months ago, and I really started pulling myself out of that financial mess I got in. And now I'm really getting going with the budget. I'm finally starting to get in the positive where I'm having more money coming in than going out. So that's definitely good. But number one, like I said, the number one reason is just to have control over your money, where you pretty much know I'm not in trouble. I'm at least 20, 30. That was how I got started. I listed all my expenses, my must. Then I listed stuff like Spotify, Netflix, just stuff that's like month-to-month subscription, SiriusXM, all that good stuff. And if I was anywhere close to either breaking even or in the negative, I started pulling stuff out. Like me, I canceled my Spotify membership last month. 10 bucks a month. It doesn't seem like much, but that's $10 a month that I didn't have before. Pulled it out. Had Netflix. Another, what? How much is Netflix now? Like 15 a month? That's another 15 a month I pulled out. So I mean, now I'm in the positive by like 100 bucks a month. So now with that money, I'm literally throwing it right at debt. I'll have future videos coming out how I'm planning on to attack the rest of my debt. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. If you don't know who he is, most of us do, but if you don't know who he is, I'll link his channel. He has a YouTube channel, I believe. I'll link it in the description below. But I learned most of just my financial information from Dave Ramsey and other YouTubers out there. He's not necessarily a YouTuber, but he has a YouTube channel. Like I said, you probably know who he is, but besides the point, I'll link in the description. But really, that's like the number one, that's like the main reason to me at least why you should definitely consider getting a budget. And with Christmas coming up, since we're right around, it's literally here, we're like 3 weeks out from Christmas now. It's crazy. Um, but how you should go about delegating that, how should you go about putting it in your budget? Well, let's say that you make, let's just throw a weird number, an average number out. Where I live, I would say the average income is about 2,500 a month. So let's say you make 2,500 a month. Your expenses, everything month to month, like you have to pay, food, all that good stuff, adds up to about 2,100. Let's say you're 400 in the positive, which is decent, not bad, decent. I would say average. So you have $400 left over that you can spend on anything, so to speak. So number one, if you want, and let's say you have some little debt, let's say you're attacking that debt, you can pull back on the debt for a little while. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of quitting your, what Dave Ramsey calls it, that snowball. Me personally, I'm still attacking it with a vengeance during this holiday season. People are not expecting very many gifts from me. I already warned everybody in advance. So you could go that route if you want, but if you want, you could also just pull back on it for this month. Go ahead and let's say you have 5 people that you can buy for. Try not to spend all 400 on those 5 people. Limit yourself to say $100, $100 a person. That's still 25 or $20 a person. Yeah, they're not gonna get some fancy drone or anything like that, or an iPad or anything, but $20 you can still get them, who knows, pair of jeans or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or whatever. You can get them some kind of present, or you could even make a present. I know a lot of people a lot of people anymore are getting into making gifts, which I'm personally thinking about doing that for people, because I still want to get people something even though I'm not planning on spending hardly anything. I'm kind of going through what's that, Pinterest. I did never use Pinterest before, but I recently came across Pinterest, and I've been looking on it for like Christmas ideas to like make people, so I'm considering doing something like that, even though I'm not the most craftiest person in the world. But you can make something happen at the end of the day. Just don't, whatever money, what I'm getting at is just don't spend all that extra money, quote unquote extra money that you have. Don't blow it all on Christmas. It's just, to me at least, it's not worth it. But that's just my 2 cents. I mean, but for sure, don't go in more debt for Christmas. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, 60% of people are still paying off last Christmas. That's just ridiculous. Use cash or don't use anything. If you don't have the money to literally spend on anyone, then just be straight up about it. Say, hey, it sucks, but I can't get you anything this year. Or try to pick up some side work to be able to. I mean, you can make something happen at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you have control over the situation. I mean, that's just what it boils down to at the end of the day. How bad do you want to get someone something? If you're flat broke and you know you can't afford it, I mean, try to make something happen, or if worse comes to worse, they don't get anything, and you can tell them you'll make it up to them, or like I said, you can try to make them something out of as little money as possible. Just make whatever happen that can happen, and hopefully they'll be happy with it and understanding at the minimum. But that's pretty much it for this video. It didn't get too long. I thought it was going to get a lot longer than it was. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. I'll dive in a lot more to budgeting on this channel very soon. I just kind of wanted to mix budgeting with Christmas in one video, since Christmas is literally here, and I thought I'd give you all a few ideas and reinforce: do not go into debt during this Christmas season. Don't be part of that 2/3 of America that's still paying off Christmas from last year. That is just nuts. It's not worth it. But like I said, if you liked the video, definitely be sure to smash that thumbs button. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll put it right here. And if you didn't see my previous video, I'll definitely be sure to link that right there. But until next time, guys, I hope you keep seeing some gains, not only in the gym, but in life as a whole, because that's what we're all about here. But I'll see you guys in the next video.